Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video. Today I'll be showcasing Gholdengo EX with the newly released set Mega Evolution. So that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do have a full 4-4 line of the Gimmighoul and Gholdengo EX here of that coin bonus ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, we can draw 2 cards, and if it's on our bench, we can draw 1 card. And then we do have the Make It Rain with the 50x damage multiplier. For the 1 Metal Energy, we can discard any number of basic energy cards from our hand in order to do 50 damage for each card that we discarded in this way. And then we do have the 1 copy of the Genesect EX here for that Metallic Signal ability. Once during your turn, you can search out your deck for up to 2 Evolution Metal Pokemon and put them into your hand. And then lastly, we do have a 2-2 pair of the Solrock and Lunatone here for that Lunar Cycle ability. Once during your turn, if you have Solrock in play, you can discard a Fighting Energy card from your hand to draw 3 cards. And you can't use more than 1 Lunar Cycle ability per turn. As well as the Solrock is pretty decent as well. The Cosmic Beam for a single Fighting Energy, we can do 70 base damage. And this attack isn't affected by weakness or resistance. And then moving on to our trainer cards, for our ace spec, we have the Precious Trolley, where you can search out your deck for any number of basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. And then for our stadiums, we just have this 1 copy of Artazon, where once during each player's turn, they can search out their deck for a basic Pokemon with no rule box and put it onto their bench. And then for our supporter cards, we have the 4 Arven for searching out an item card and a tool card. The 4 Boss's Orders for gusting up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. The 2 copies of the Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking, where you can search out your deck for any 2 cards and put them on the top of your deck in any order. So very useful for using it with the Gholdengo's ability, where we can just search out the cards that we need and then draw them immediately with Gholdengo's ability. And then we do have the 1 copy of the Iono for draw support as well as hand disruption. And then lastly, for our supporters, we have the 2 Professor Turo scenario, where you can put a Pokemon in play back into your hand and discard all attached cards. And then for our tool cards, we have the 3 copies of the Air Balloon, where the retreat cost of the Pokemon this card is attached to will be 2 colorless energies less. As well as we do have the 1 copy of the Vitality Band, where if we have this attached to a Pokemon in the active spot, we can do an extra 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And then lastly, for our energy cards, with the 8 basic fighting energies, as well as the 3 basic metal energies. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into some games here. So yeah, we did win the coin toss, decided to go second, had our opponent go first. And looks like no mulligans. They opened with Dunsparce, so this is really not the greatest opening hand. Basically, we're gonna have to just search out Solrock and hope we find Arven or Precious Trolley. They play Enriching Energy, so it looks like they don't have the greatest starting hand here either. Buddy-Buddy Poffin, especially since they do take the risk of just being KO'd immediately in the active. Okay, looks like it's gonna be the single prize Alakazam. So really not the biggest deal that we don't have the Gholdengos all ready to go, because we're probably not going to want to get those into play too quickly, and mostly just save them for the late game. The Great Ball for Abra. Let's see, let's go Lunar Cycle. Yeah, not really what I was hoping for. I guess let's get the one Gimmighoul or something. And let's go maybe Iono. Fighting Energy. Let's see if that Iono's enough to slow them down. Probably not. They got the Jacques, so they're gonna probably get 2 the Dunsparce here. Yeah, there they are. Runaway draw. So yeah, can't even gust it anymore with the enriching energy. There's another one. Artazon. I'm hoping we at least buy another turn here. That they don't have the rare candy Alakazam. Runaway draw again, 11 cards. Two more Dunsparce. Great Ball. Yeah, they are playing quite a few cards here. They do pick up Kadabra, which I believe has 80 HP. Yeah, they didn't evolve in the active, they put it on the bench. Enriching energy. Yeah, they're gonna keep drawing cards like this. 16 cards, so technically they're up to 320 damage. Which is why I'm not really putting these Gholdengos into play here. Okay, maybe we should gust the Kadabra. Because maybe they don't run any rare candy. There's a chance. Kind of surprised the other Solrock got prized. Let's go Lunar Cycle. Yeah, I guess let's bench these Gimmighouls. Gust Kadabra. I'm just going to work on a theory here that they don't have rare candy. Parent Retrieval. Because I feel like if they did, they would have used them already. You know what I mean? Like on the Abras, or even on that first Abra where they evolved into Kadabra. So show me the rare candy. Do they have it? No, it's Kadabra again. So yeah, I really doubt they even have a single rare candy in this deck. Maybe one as some kind of like emergency plan. But it looks like they don't have it. Runaway draw. So they're up to 22 cards, 440 damage. And of course they do put the Abra in the front, so... Buddy Poffin. Honestly, if I were them, I probably would have just conceded because it just seems like they're really not too sure what they're doing here. They jet energy actually into the Fan Rotom. So yeah, they're definitely putting pressure on us. They boss us for the Gimmighoul. And I still feel like I want to get rid of that Kadabra, honestly. Just knowing that they probably don't have the rare candy. Anything to Artazon. And I guess we'll get another Gimmighoul. Yeah, we're using Lunar Cycle. I think I'm just gonna Gust the Kadabra here. Yeah, there's our Solrock. So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for them to put down a 2-prizer Pokemon. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. But something tells me they probably don't run anything with 2 prizes. Let's see, they got the Dunsparce. Runaway draw again. Yeah, what's good knowing is that when you know your opponent's deck so well, I feel like we're pretty confident that they don't have any Ionos here. Oh no, they do have a rare candy here. They get the Alakazam out. Maybe it's their one and only rare candy here. That is a possibility. But they definitely do prove us actually wrong here, that they do actually have a rare candy indeed. So... hoping maybe it's just one. They Night Stretcher, they're probably gonna get one of the Kadabras or something. No, they get the Abra. I think they already put Enriching Energy for the attachments, so they're not going to attach any Psychic Energies. They Gust the Gimmighoul. Let's see if we can fish out another boss here. Definitely want another boss. They have 26 cards in their deck. Ooh, no chance on that boss. Maybe we should use Codebreaking here. Might as well put... I don't know, maybe just put both bosses on the top of the deck. Or maybe a Gholdengo as well. It's not got the Fan Rotom. So yeah, there's a Precious Trolley, so that's pretty interesting. The Precious Trolley was prized pretty bad. They go into Alakazam. So it doesn't even really matter that they have 4 cards in their deck. They're going to keep reshuffling the Dunsparce back into the deck continuously. Okay, they have another rare candy. I am pretty surprised, honestly. 2 rare candies. Maybe they were just holding them out. I don't know. Third Alakazam. Yeah, this is really definitely coming down to the wire. So this is what I mean, like, you can only play Gholdengo as a single prize deck for so long. And I feel like next turn we have to basically go into Gholdengo. Oh wow, they gust the Gimmighoul. And yeah, they have the Dunsparces all evolved up. It's not like we have any bench targets. And now let's Night Stretcher Gimmighoul back. Yeah, I feel we might as well just gust the Dunsparce with Enriching Energy. Just for that maybe slight chance we can maybe get them to deck out. It's very slim, but still. See what we get, Picnic Basket. Oh yeah, that's a really long game. So yeah, I feel like there's no world that they can really win this in. If they knock out the Gholdengo, they take their 2 prize cards and it becomes a 1v1. And then we can just knock them out with our fresh Gholdengo that we put into play. There is not much they can do. I'm even surprised they had the 2 rare candies in the deck. Like, that even really kind of surprised me. It looked like they were pretty much just going for Kadabras only. Yeah. But yeah, they know they lost this. I don't know why. They play Machinations. Yeah, that's totally fine. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That's also a huge surprise. Meddling Memo. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I hardly even see this being played, honestly. Meddling Memo. So that was pretty huge, actually. We might even lose this. Nope, we get to draw the Gholdengo. That's perfect. See, Genesect, Arven. Let's Superior Energy Retrieval. Boss, we definitely don't need that, actually. So that was a really close call, honestly. Really close. Yeah, and there's the 150 that we need. Not gonna do anything else. I'm a really close call. That's the row 6 machinations. Insane. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we still got a decent starting hand here, assuming Trolley's not prized. And we did win the coin toss, decided to go second, had our opponent go first. Looks like no mulligans, and they open up the Tatsugiri in the front, which is good for them. They can search out supporter cards potentially with the ability. Looks like, yeah, they're gonna be a Charizard deck. Yeah, all they find is Briar, so probably not what they're looking for. Say, okay, Trolley's in the deck is good. Let's get an Air Balloon. And is it worth Air Ballooning out for the KO with the Solrock? And yeah, I say maybe let's try that. Put that immediate pressure and take a prize card. See, we get Turo. Especially since we know last turn all they found was a Briar, so maybe they really need to find more supporter cards. Yeah, they go for the counter catcher. So they definitely did not get the greatest setup, and they probably, oh no wait, never mind, they got Lily's Determination. Dustclops, is this gonna be Rare Candy Charizard on turn 2? Yeah, let's go for the KO. And they basically lose this. They have no way of catching up at this point. So we get counter catcher. Yeah, they just concede here. So yeah, we did win the coin toss, decided to go second, had our opponent go first. And looks like no mulligans. I'm kind of taking a risk here because I don't really want to put down the Fezandipiti EX so early in the game, so hopefully this isn't like some kind of poison or burn donk deck where you're gonna just knock us out with the status condition. So yeah. And good starting hand for us, assuming the Precious Trolley is not prized. This is pretty much a perfect hand where we have Arven and search out Trolley and then a tool card and go from there. And we even got energy cards to boot. Let's see, they got Dunsparce. This could be maybe Alakazam. Yeah, there's definitely Alakazam here. They find Abra. They get another one. But they have Metal Energies. I don't know. Yeah, let's get Trolley. Air Balloon maybe. And should we get the Genesect? I guess, yeah. Yeah, I just want to go for immediate knockout here. I'm going to go right into Solrock and get rid of this Dunsparce. See, Earthen Vessel, that's pretty useful. I go into Abra here. Lily's Determinations. Oh, they had to draw 8 cards here. Pretty big deal. Buddy Poffin. I don't even know if it's maybe all that worth it to put Gholdengos into play here. Because it's just a 2 prize liability here that's fairly easy to knock out with 260 HP only. That means they only need, what, 13 cards in their hand? That's not a lot of cards. So I feel like we might have to try and play this as a 1 prize deck. As long as we can, at least. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need Picnic Basket for this matchup. Yeah, maybe let's throw the Genesect back into our hand. And let's take out the Abram. Like, honestly, I feel like it wouldn't have made that big of a difference if we boss KO'd and gusted their Dunsparce instead of the Abra. Because they had 2 of each of them. 2 Abras, 2 Dunsparce, so... See, they rare candy up the Alakazam, so they draw, what, 3 cards, I think? Fezandipiti. Okay, that's kind of good that they put down a 2 prize so that we can just easily KO here. Flip the script. Yeah, they didn't play a supporter card. I doubt they run Iono, but who knows. Yeah, no Alakazam. So I guess it might be worth getting the Gholdengo out just for Fezandipiti. They play Bill's Transfer. What? They have a Gholdengo in their deck? Kind of surprised about that. I don't know what we're going up against now. That just seems so random that they have a Gholdengo in their deck. Maybe, I don't know, they forgot about it. Yeah. Yeah, we don't really run too many Iono. I think we only have one actually, if that. Vitality Band. Metal Energy. Yeah, it's just one Iono in here. Yeah, I guess I'll just gust up Fezandipiti. So we got here Boston Fighting. Ooh, they do get an Abra here. So what does this do? Draw 2 cards. If you have 10 or more cards in your hand, draw 2 more. They Super Rod. I get the Fezandipiti back into the deck. I don't know why. Because if we can gust that again, that will be pretty good. We'll just take the game if we do. Lively Stadium. Okay, I think we still have our Artazon in the deck. So that's kind of like 2 cards we're looking for. We're looking for the Artazon and the Iono. Say coin bonus again, 2 more cards, counter catcher, Buddy Poffin. And should we put out Fezandipiti? I don't know, maybe let's yeah, I don't know. Let's try. Wow, that is so bad. Whatever. I guess we just won't go for the gusting option. No, Superior Energy Retrieval. So we get Superior Energy Retrieval from the prize stack. They go into Abra. So I'm pretty sure they got the rare candy, Alakazam, energy card, everything. I just can't believe we couldn't find the one Iono in the deck, like with 9 cards. Yeah, so they're doing 400 damage here since they have 20 cards. But we only need 1 prize card here, so we should be good. Psychic Draw again on the Kadabra. Another the Dunsparce. Like, I really doubt they're running Iono, because why would they? They didn't play a supporter card. Yeah, they just go for the KO 460. So yeah, this was a really close game. Honestly, because the single prize strategy didn't really work out too well, but it was pretty effective. Yeah, we still don't even get the stadium card. Let's go Superior Energy Retrieval. And take the last prize of the game. Like I said, really close game here. So what we get here, there's just an Arven. There we go. Okay, we do take a mulligan here. We reshuffle. Our opponent takes a mulligan as well. So they're a pretty decent starting hand. They're certainly going to be Venusaur, Mega Venusaur that is. So yeah, our opponent won the coin toss. They decided to go first, had us go second. We each took a mulligan, so they cancel out. Nobody draws any extra cards. Open up with the Toadschool. It looks like they have Yan Mega as well, so I guess a secondary attacker. So that Toadschool is definitely a problem for our deck, because it will evolve up into that Toadschool, that Slime Mold Colony ability, which prevents us getting the energy cards out of our discard. Yeah, let's go for Metallic Signal. And yeah, let's go for Lunar Cycle. Earthen Vessel. So let's get One of each. Attached metal. Oh no, they're gonna knock us out. And I guess we'll chance it. We have Super Energy Retrieval anyway, and we can go for the minor iron running as well. Bug catching set, and especially we also want to, knock out that Toad Scroll. It looks like they have Crustle as well, so this is just like a huge hodgepodge of a lot of different grass Pokemon. Yeah, they Jet Energy. That's pretty unfortunate. They do go for the KO. I'm surprised we didn't find the boss here. And they moved the 3 energies over to Toad Scroll. And I guess let's get Fezandipiti. Okay, there's our bosses finally. And I'm thinking we should get rid of the Toad Scroll, honestly. It's a pretty big problem for our deck, and they did move the energies over to it as well. So what do you got? There's a Gimmighoul. But yeah, I just can't believe how hard it was to get that boss. Like, really? Like, when you think about how few cards we got left in the deck, and we're running all 4 bosses orders in this deck as well. Hopefully they don't gust us, because that Fezandipiti is like a huge target. Okay, they just go for damage. So we just KO'd Ogerpon, I guess. Let's see, Fighting Gong, Super Energy Retrieval. Yeah, and this is just the second boss. I mean, I only have 10 cards left in our deck. I guess it's, Yeah, I feel like as far as the Vitality, it's not doing that much, maybe. And get rid of Arven, Codebreaking. Yeah, let's gust up Ogerpon. Yeah, let's just get rid of the Stadium. Yeah, they just concede here. Well, those are all of the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.